He swore he'd had a vasectomy, calling the pregnancy with his affair partner a miracle meant just for them. But I knew the devastating truth behind this bizarre lie, a truth that surfaced when my own stepson asked me about it in the kitchen. How do you navigate a betrayal woven with deception so strange it defies belief? That moment in the kitchen, that question from my stepson, it really shook me. But beyond the shock, it started me thinking deeply about the ripple effects of infidelity. It's not just a private matter between two people. The betrayal sends shockwaves through the entire family, carving deep wounds, especially in children who are trying to make sense of their world. The lies, the secrets, the dishonesty, it creates a foundation of insecurity that can last for years. So what exactly is infidelity? It's more than just sexual infidelity, though that's often the first thing people think of. There's emotional infidelity too, forming a deep, secret bond with someone outside the relationship, sharing intimacy that belongs to your partner. And now, with the internet, cyberspace infidelity through social media or dating sites is another painful reality. At its heart, infidelity is about breaking trust. It's a violation of the unspoken promises of loyalty and exclusivity that form the bedrock of a committed relationship or marriage. Research shows men often react more strongly to sexual infidelity, perhaps because of deep-seated evolutionary concerns. While women tend to be more distressed by emotional infidelity, fearing the loss of the relationship's core connection. Why does infidelity happen? The reasons are complex and varied. Sometimes it stems from problems within the relationship itself, maybe poor communication, constant conflict, or a lack of intimacy and emotional connection leaves one partner feeling lonely or neglected. This is sometimes called the deficit model. The affair fills a perceived gap. Other times, motivations are more personal. Anger at a partner can be a trigger. So can a simple desire for more sex or variety. Low commitment to the primary relationship is a major factor. Situational factors also play a role, high stress, opportunity like meeting someone at work, or even clouded judgment. Personality matters too. Traits like neuroticism or having very permissive attitudes towards extramarital sex can increase the risk. It's rarely simple, often a mix of these things. The impact on the betrayed partner is profound, often described as a trauma. It's not just heartbreak, it can feel like your world has shattered. Many experience symptoms similar to post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, or adjustment disorder. This infidelity-based trauma brings intense emotional reactions, waves of anger, deep sadness, overwhelming anxiety, and crushing depression. There's often intense jealousy, feelings of humiliation, and profound insecurity. The sense of betrayal can feel like a physical blow. This is what experts call an attachment injury. The person you relied on for safety and support has become the source of your greatest pain. This loss of trust can lead to hypervigilance, constantly looking for signs of further deception. Physical effects are common too: trouble sleeping, loss of appetite, difficulty concentrating, even effects on libido. Flashbacks and constant rumination, replaying events over and over, make healing incredibly difficult. And the impact on children. It's devastating. When parents go through separation or divorce, especially due to an affair, children suffer deeply, and their reactions often depend on their age. Preschoolers might become confused, fearful, even regress in their behavior, often blaming themselves. Younger elementary school children feel profound sadness and grief, may struggle in school and feel torn in their loyalties, a painful conflict for a child. Older elementary kids often feel intense anger towards one or both parents, though they might also try to parent their struggling parent or younger siblings. Adolescents might see their self-esteem plummet, question their own future relationships, feel intense anger, and sometimes act out in risky ways. These aren't just short-term effects. Research shows children from divorced families, particularly where infidelity and high conflict were involved, face a higher probability of long-term adjustment problems, affecting their behavior, academic achievement, and future relationships. They often feel caught in the middle of parental conflict, forced to carry messages or hide information. The economic hardship that often follows divorce adds another layer of stress. Children feel the betrayal too, the loss of trust in their parents, the loss of family cohesiveness, a loss of innocence. They grapple with shame, especially if the affair becomes public knowledge. They need honest, age-appropriate communication, but often parents, caught in their own pain, fail to provide this. This lack of information leads to confusion and can make children feel abandoned. There's also evidence of intergenerational patterns. Children who witness parental infidelity may, sadly, be more likely to engage in it themselves as adults. Perhaps learning that monogamy isn't realistic or that infidelity is somehow acceptable. Is healing possible after such a deep betrayal? Yes, but it's a long, hard road. Rebuilding trust is central, and it requires immense effort from both partners. Often, professional help like couples counseling or therapy is essential. Therapists can help couples navigate the intense emotions, improve communication, and work through the trauma using techniques like cognitive restructuring to manage triggers and painful thoughts. The betrayed partner needs support, self-care strategies, and often a safe space to process their pain without judgment. Resources like the Gottman method specifically address recovering from affairs, focusing on attunement. Understanding the reasons behind the betrayal, like negative comparisons or unmet emotional bids, and slowly rebuilding connection. However, even with dedicated effort, some questions remain complex. How does the dynamic change when infidelity involves step-parents or step-siblings, adding layers to the family relationships like in the situation involving my stepson? What are the truly long-term physical health consequences of living with the chronic stress of infidelity trauma? And how effective are different therapy approaches, especially online support, in truly healing these deep attachment injuries? The journey is deeply personal and the path forward isn't always clear. Navigating these painful realities is incredibly challenging. If these stories and insights resonate with you, or if you're learning English through understanding these complex human experiences, please like this video. Share it with someone who might need it, and subscribe for more stories and discussions that delve into the heart of relationships. Your engagement helps us continue exploring these important topics.